Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me introduce myself. My name is Debbie Agus Fitriani from the Morning Management A. Student ID number 241221069. Today, the theme of my presentation is Theory of Economic Growth. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I plan to say a few words about Theory of Economic Growth. I've divided my talk into 5 parts. First is definition of economic growth. Second is economic growth factor. Third is strength of economic growth, divided by 4. 4 is measure of economic growth. And the last, graph of economic growth in Indonesia. My presentation will take a few minutes, and after my presentation, there be time for a discussion and any question. Definition of economic growth. The theory of economic growth can be tracked back to the 18 years century. According to Adam Smith, 1776, the growth process begins when the economy is able to do the division of labor. Division of labor will increase productivity, thereby increasing income. Adam Smith also emphasized the importance of economy of scale. With the expansion of the market, new innovations are opened that encourage the expansion of the division of labor and encourage economic growth. After Adam Smith, there were ideas that tried to examine the limits of growth, including Malthus 1798 and Ricardo 1917. Economic growth can be defined as the development of activities in the economy that cause goods and service product in society increase. Economic growth can also be interpreted as a process of increasing the production capacity of an economy, which is manifest in the form of an increase in national income. The problem of economic growth can be viewed as a long-term macroeconomic problem. From the period to another, the ability of a country to produce goods and service will increase. Source of increased economic growth. Economic growth is generally defined as the increase in real gross domestic product per capita. Gross domestic product is the market value of a country's total output, which is the market value of all finished goods and final service product during a certain period of time by factor of production located within of a country. An increase in gross domestic product can arise through first is increase in labor supply, and then increase in physical capital or human resource. The last, increase in productivity. The strength of the economy. First is close household. People produce only to meet the needs of their own groups. At this time, their family was still very simple. Therefore, life is still close and there is no exchange between villages or between groups. Second is city household. Population growth causes group or village to no longer be able to meet their own needs. Thus, there is an exchange between village-scale trade. At this time, some community groups build a special place, a center of trade and industry called a city. Furthermore, trade relation arose between the village and the city. Third is national household. In accordance with the times, the exchange that occur in one city are no longer able to meet the needs of its residents. Sometimes a city cannot produce one type of good, and the good must be imported from another city, resulting in intercity trade activity. This trade extends to all cities so as to form a community unit that carries out trade exchange between cities within one country or within one nation. 4 is world household. At this time, exchange or trade has crossed national boundaries because between countries it turns out that they need each other. Trade between countries is also supported by advances in science and technology that make it easier for humans to communicate with other countries. Economic growth factor. First is human resource factor. Cultural factor have a separate impact on the economic development carried out. This factor can function as a generator or driver of the development process, but can also be an obstacle to development. A culture that can encourage development includes an attitude of hard work and smart work, honesty, tenacity, and so on. Second is natural resource factor. Most developing countries rely on natural resources in carrying out their development process. However, natural resources alone do not guarantee the success of the economic development process if they are not supported by the ability of human resources to manage the available natural resource. The natural resource referred to include soil fertility, mineral wealth, meaning forest product wealth, and marine wealth. Third is factor of science and technology. The increasingly rapid development of science and technology encourage the acceleration of development process, the change in work patterns that originally used human hand were evolved by sophisticated machines which had an impact and expect to efficiency, quality, and especially studies in economic development activities carried out and ultimately result in the acceleration the rate of economic growth. Four is cultural factor. Cultural factor have a separate impact on the economy development carried out. This factor can function as a generator or driver of the development process, but can also be an obstacle to development. A culture that can encourage development include an attitude of hard work and smart work, honesty, tenacity, and so on. And the last, capital resources. Human capital resources are needed to process natural resources and improve the quality of science and technology. Capital resources in the form of capital goods are very important for economic development and smooth development because capital goods can also increase productivity. Stakes of economic growth divided by 4. First is the period of hunting and wandering, and this time humans have not fulfilled their need. They are very dependent on nature, gift, and to fulfill their own needs. Second is breeding and planting time. At this time, humans have started to think about living sedentary, so that they make a living farming. Third is the age of farming and craft. And this time, humans have lived sedentary life while taking care of the plant they grow. Craft are only teaching side business. Fourth is the period of craft industry and trade. And at this time, handicrafts were not as a side business but necessary to be sold to the industry development from a handicraft industry into a lunch industry. Measure of economic growth. First is gross domestic product. Gross domestic product is the amount of final goods and service product at the market price. The weakness of gross domestic product as a measure of economic growth is that it is global in nature and does not reflect the welfare of the population. Second is Income per capita. Gross domestic product per capita is a more precise measure because it takes into account the population. So the size of per capita income can be determined by dividing gross domestic product by the total population. Third is hourly earnings. A country can be said to be more advanced than other countries. It is have a higher level of income of hourly works than other countries for the same type of work. Graph of economic growth in Indonesia. From the graph above, it is known that Indonesia economic growth in 2010 From the graph above, it is known that Indonesia economic growth in 2010 was at 6.81%. In 2011, decreased to 6.44%. In 2012, it is decreased again to 6.19%. In 2013, it decreased again to 5.56%. In 2014, it decreased again to 50.2%. In 2015, it decreased again to 4.79%. In 2016, it decreased by 5.2%. In 2017, experienced a slight increase again to 5.7%. From the graph, it can be concluded that Indonesia economic growth from 2010 to 2017 has always increased and decreased. In 2010 to 2015, economic growth has always decreased, and in 2016 to 2017, economic growth has increased. From the graph, it can be seen that the highest economic growth occurred the 2010 at 60.81%, while the lowest economic growth occurred in 2015 at 4.78%. That's all, and thank you very much for my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.